Okay, so here's what we're going to do. In 10 minutes or less, I'm going to show you how to make $250,000 selling real estate with no budget. Now, that might seem a little bit unrealistic to you, but here's how this whole conversation came up. My business partner, as you know, is Reese. We got to talking about what was the most valuable thing that I could ever probably teach anyone. We decided to see if we could squeeze that into 10 minutes. Essentially, as a real estate agent, I've probably listed, I don't even know how many listing appointments I've been on. It's been in probably in excess of 3,000 or 4,000 listing appointments. Listed close to 3,000 homes in my career, 12 years selling real estate. Pretty much all I do anymore in terms of in my business. All I do is list houses. So I've gone on a lot of appointments, and over the years I've found out what works and what doesn't work just out of sheer numbers. Okay, if you go on enough or you lose enough listing appointments and you win enough, you start to figure out what works and what doesn't work. So when it comes down to what we're going to do today is I'm going to show you, really we just base it down to the principles of going on a listing appointment, and we're going to focus this in on one particular area where the leads are free. And we'll show you how any real estate agent can make a little over $22,000 a month, actually about $20,000 a month, to accomplish a $250,000 a year income. And we're going to break that down, I guess, basically right here, just so you know the metrics, where we came up with the numbers here, so to speak, is $150,000 average sale price. What we're going to assume, if your market is higher or lower, you would adjust these numbers, but 3% commission, plus I charge a marketing fee of $5.95, so my commission on a deal like that would be $5,095. Your income goal, so we're setting your goal for you at $250,000. And 20,833 a month, if that sounds easier to accomplish. And a lot of times it's to get your mind around this, but that's definitely a little bit easier number to swallow. Or you look at it as, it's just $4,087 a week. So it's not that much money. We'll show you how to do that in literally the next 10 minutes. You will, after you're done watching this video, you're going to know exactly how I do it, how you can do it, and how anyone else can do it as well in real estate. So really, all we're really talking about here is a closed goal of 4.08 homes per month. So that's essentially, we're just going to call it 4 homes. So let's go to the next page. That's our goal. You've bought in. Are you in on doing 4 deals a month to make $250,000? If you're split, if you have a split with your company, I hope you're not. Don't show your broker this video, but I'm telling you, you should probably work on something on that. Okay. After you learn this, you'll definitely want to do that. So a lot of money left on the table. So some of the success factors, I'm just going to walk through really, from a mindset standpoint, it doesn't matter if you're a top agent in your marketplace or you're brand new or whatever the case may be. When I started in real estate, I started doing exactly what I'm going to show you, and that's exactly how I grew my business now to a little over a couple million, $2.5 million a year. So essentially, this is the success factors. I couldn't make a cool word out of that acronym, so I'll put it up here just so I can help remember all the things that I want to tell you, because I don't want to leave anything out that would keep you from accomplishing this goal. So we'll start with the G. The first thing you have to understand, it's a game. Okay, this is a game. If you can't have fun with this, then you shouldn't be doing it. So when it comes down to everything we're going to do, just treat it as a game. It's a numbers game. It's no different than anything else you do. Just have fun. And if you have fun, it's a lot easier. There's no stress. There's no worry. You're just doing it because you're going to have some fun. So if nothing else, the byproduct of having fun is going to be you make $250,000. But I think that's important, that you take things lightly. You don't get all stressed out. You don't get all concerned and worried and sweat and worry about what you're going to do on that listing. Are you going to say the right thing? You just do what I show you, and I promise you this will work. Have fun. Okay, that's important. I think that's probably one of the most important. The second thing we're going to do is we're going to be I don't even know if I know how to spell that, but enthusiastic is the word I was shooting for there. So we're going to have fun and then enthusiasm. One of the things that I used to hear early in my career, I was young, 19 years old, I got licensed, and I was selling houses, and I would go after for sale by owners, expireds, and pretty much anybody who would listen to me, and I didn't know what I was doing, literally. So when I say anybody can do this, I mean anybody. If I was 19 years old, I can go out and get listings. People spend, literally total commission, a couple $100,000 house is a lot of money, right? So you're talking $10,000, $12,000 someone's willing to pay this young kid. Why in the world would you hire someone as young as I was at the time to sell a house, one of your largest investments, right? So one of the questions I used to call, and I was curious myself, was why did they choose me, right? Was enthusiasm. It came up over and over and over again. Really boiled down to, whether I knew what I was doing or not, I made them believe that I could do it. And the only reason was I really enjoyed what I was doing. Man, hey, I love your house. This is awesome. I can sell this. I can do this. I didn't know really what I didn't know, but I knew that by being enthusiastic, I found out that even in a bad market, even if I've got bad news, people tend to like people that are in a good mood. Okay, nobody likes a negative Nancy that comes in. Oh, this is not going to sell. No house on your block is sold all year long, so you're never going to sell. And a lot of agents today do that. A lot of agents still go in telling them how this isn't going to work. This isn't going to work. This needs painted. That needs painted. Scrap all that. We're going to have fun. We're going to be enthusiastic. If you do that, it'll make a difference. The rest of the things I'm going to show you will be the meat of this, but these are two real important things too. Another thing that I have to have from you, probably not going to be able to read that one either. I don't claim to have the best handwriting, but I do know how to sell some houses. So, determination, that is an R. Anyways, determination. If you don't grab to this plan and say, I am going to do this, forget everything else you're doing. If it comes down to it, if you learn the skill that I'm going to show you and you hone this skill, you'll make $250,000 and then some, and double and triple that over the next few years by honing this skill. Because the one thing that this will do for you, the one thing that this is going to do for you is you're going to have the skill set. If you follow this plan, you're going to have the skill set to list houses at will at any time that you want to list a house. And I'm not trying to say that I don't want to sound like I'm bragging, but there's really not very many times that I go on a listing appointment that I don't get the listing. Very, very few times, almost every single time. But the reason isn't what a person might think. It's not because I have some great credentials. I mean, I do have great credentials, but that's not why. I don't even usually get to that point in the presentation before I've got the business. I'm going to show you how we do that. But it's about the willingness to follow a system, and I have the skill. I know what to say, when to say, how to say it. I'm going to show you some of those things as well. But you have to be determined to follow the plan. Follow this plan, full-hearted, with 100% of your heart and soul, and I promise you this is going to work for you. Market knowledge. This is a key factor. I didn't know a whole lot, but I knew every house on the block. I knew every house that sold. I knew their names. I knew everything that I needed to know when going on an appointment. There was not something that someone could say about the market. I knew how many homes were on the market, how many sold in the last year, how many sold in the last 6 months, if it was up or down. I knew market absorption rates. I did all the research that I could possibly do just so I had something that I could say. And when you have this market knowledge, and they talk about homes that sold, yeah, you know what, that's actually, there's only been 3 homes in your neighborhood that sold this year. This one sold for this one sold for that, this one down the street sold for that. When you know the market and you know what sold and what hasn't, you know what's failed to sell and what hasn't, when you know the market, you're going to be much more confident when you know the market, number one, but they're going to have a lot more belief in what you're doing and what you're saying, and you have to get their buy-in in order for this to work. So market knowledge is critical. The other thing I like to talk about is research. Okay, I'm going to show you what we're researching here in a second, but research is key. It's a key thing. You're going to want to know everything you can about the person you're going to meet. Not just knowing, research about the market or what's going on, that sort of thing. I'm talking about knowing who you're going to see. That's a real important thing. It's a small thing, but you're going to need to know that before you're going to get to the next level. So, last two actually. Is confidence and perseverance. Okay, I say that a lot, don't I? I believe that confidence is probably the most important out of all these. Perseverance is the next. If you get 9 no's, you're on your way to your next one's probably going to be a yes. You have to understand that this is a numbers game, and everything you do is a numbers game. It's no different than shooting 3-pointers from half court. Every once in a while, you're gonna make one, and the better you get, the more you can make. And then if you continue to practice and get better and better, you can improve those numbers. It's really more like free throws. After a while, it's going to be like layups. So what we want to try to do is maintain, have fun, be enthusiastic about the situation, whatever it is with that particular seller. Determination, follow the plan, know the market, do some research on the seller, be confident everything you say and do, and then perseverance. Just keep plugging away, follow this plan, and it's going to make you $250,000. I believe that. Okay? So the next page, and this is where I had to take some notes. And I really just put some weak numbers on here. These are numbers that are low, okay? They're really, really low, way lower than what my numbers are, but I wanted to do something that was at least believable so that you would buy into this and use it, okay? There's only one thing we're going to do, okay? I'm going to keep it simple. We're not going to learn any other traits or tricks or different ways to go, any kind of business. I'm not going to tell you to do referrals, do this, and this. We're going to take one solid pillar for your business, one pillar that I get a lot of business from still today, for sale by owner. Okay, you spend a lot of time trying to find people that want to sell their home, and these people put signs in their yard advertising that they want to sell your home. Okay, so rather than spend a whole bunch of money on marketing right off the bat, if you're not making $250,000 off of for sale by owners, depending on the size of your market, unfortunately my market's pretty small, so this is there's not always 20 new for sale by owners per month. But for instance, in most markets you can find at least 20 new for sale by owners per month, and this number just goes up the better you get at this. But so we're going to use a formula that is low. Okay. 20 calls, 16 appointments, 8 listings, 5 of them sell. Okay? Simple as that. It's very, very low numbers. And I think a lot of people get caught up right here. A lot of people think, oh my gosh, how are you going to get 16 appointments with for sale by owners? How are you going to get 16 people to listen to you when they're trying to sell our own home themselves, right? There's 20. How are you going to get? You should get all 20, okay? If you ever call for sale by owners, they are the easiest appointment in the world. They'll show their house to anybody. They don't pre-screen. They don't pre-qualify. They don't do anything. They will literally spend an hour on the phone telling you about their house and let you come see it any time of the day. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to let them do that. So this number for sure can be almost 100%. Then I'm saying out of all these, out of these 16 appointments that you only get half the listings, okay? I'll show you how to get all the listings. There's no reason that any for sale by owner, after listening to what we're going to talk about, is going to ever want to sell their own home. But we're going to just assume the worst case scenario that you only get half. Okay, the better you get, the more of these you'll get. We don't miss these. Very, very rarely do we run into a situation where we don't take the listing. Is generally the case. We don't usually lose the listing, or they don't usually sell it for sale by owner. And we're only going to say 5 of those sell. So we're going to say that for whatever reason your market, only 5 of these homes are going to sell. If you didn't price them right, that's a whole other video, but we'll get to that another time. So let's go ahead and write down what the strategy is. This is real simple. Next 2 or 3, 4 or 5 minutes, I guess, here, we'll have a very simple strategy that I follow to set these appointments and follow this exact formula and make you $250,000. If it was this, it seems this easy. I don't know. Maybe I'm overshooting things here, but I really believe this. I really, honestly, if I didn't have anything to do, in fact, I actually thought about videoing, just like taking the whole month off and just seeing if I could prove this to be true. Because this is absolutely the easiest thing I could think of. If there's anything I could show you that you could do easily, this would be it. It's the easiest thing to do. Okay, so the first thing, I'm going to take a line out of the boiler room. Okay, act as if, okay? You can be anybody you want to be on the phone in terms of your level of confidence and your professionalism and knowing the person that you're calling. And when I say act as if, you act as if you knew them in high school. You talk to them like you call your best friend. First of all, there's no pressure when you call your best friend. You ain't worried about anything. You're just calling to talk. So you want to act as if you know them and you've known them forever. Pull up the tax record, find out the owner, and you call them by first name. Because you would call your friend by first name. You wouldn't call and say, "Hey, Mr. So is Mr. So-and-so there?" You wouldn't call your best friend and ask for him by last name. You call him and you assume the relationship as if they know you and as if they should know you. Okay, that's a real important but minor fact. A lot of the people that teach about for sale by owner say, how to approach them. You approach them like they're your friend, and you treat it like they should know you. Okay, they should know you. They should know who you are, right? So act as if. So when I call them and say, Hey, is John there? Hey, John, I noticed that your house was for sale in the neighborhood. I actually specialize in your area. I just wanted to get some information about the house. And I say, John, this is Jay Kinder over at Coldwell Banker. Just wanted to see, I found out your house was for sale. I sell a lot of homes in the area. I actually specialize in your neighborhood. And I'd like to get some information about your house if you don't mind. Okay, that's simple. So that's the initial call. So the second thing that I do there is be up front. You are a real estate agent. You are a real estate professional, rather, okay? Don't try to hide the fact that you're a real estate professional. You want to make them mad and you want to lose rapport real quick? Don't tell them you're an agent until they tell you everything about the house. You're going to make them mad, okay? Tell them, hey, I specialize in your neighborhood. Okay, I'm going to say it again. I specialize in your neighborhood, and I just wanted to get some information about your home. You mind telling me about it? So I go straight to that point. You know, a lot of times I get the, you know, a lot of people say, well, you know, well, I'm not working with any agents. And that's you know, I guess a rebuttal that may come up. I don't really ever get that rebuttal if you use that properly. Let's see. So if they say, you know what, we're not working with an agent, we don't want to list our home, and they immediately cut you off, which doesn't really happen very often, but if they did, they're generally going to just tell you about the home. But if they do give you a rebuttal, it's real simple. Hey, John, I understand that. I can appreciate the fact that you want to sell your home on your own, and that's not a problem, but I do work with a lot of buyers in the area, and so does everyone in our company, and would it be okay if I was, you know, to pass along the information about your home to a buyer if they were interested, they might be interested? Were they going to say, no, I don't want your buyers to know about this home. No, don't do that. No, don't help me sell my home at all. They're going to say yes. They will. They always do. And they're going to let you pass on that information. Great, John, I appreciate that. Well, can you tell me a little bit about the house? Now, get out your Big Chief tablet, because they're going to tell you, they're going to talk for 20 minutes about everything that's wonderful about their house, because that's how they try to sell their house. You know, keep in mind, a for sale by owner has one home to sell. They're not going to... They don't have another one that they can take you and show you, so they're going to try to sell that one house in the one call. That's how they handle those calls. So, okay, so after they've told me every single thing about the home, everything that I mean, I've got notes out the wazoo. During that conversation they're telling me all the wonderful things, and I'm saying, oh, that's great. Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, that's awesome. It was great. That sounds awesome. Sounds like a really nice house, John. I mean, it sounds wonderful. We sell a lot of houses like that, you know, that in the area. I'm sure that you're not having any problem selling the house. Just congruent. Okay, stay congruent with them. I will also ask during that questionnaire, I'm going to ask them things, you know, like what's their why. I want to find this out. This is a key thing for you to find out. Okay, everybody that has a home for sale has a why. What is it their reason? So if they are moving and they have grandkids they're wanting to get down to see, if they lost their job, or they're building a house and it's not finished yet, or they're, you know, whatever their why is, there's a reason they put their home on the market. There's a reason they're trying to sell it. I want to know what that reason is, because I'm going to come back to that when I meet with them face to face, and I'm going to tie in a lot of the pain associated with them not being able to sell their home by owner to what their why is. So, you know, you're anchoring that with what their why is. Everything that you gather information-wise here, we're going to use later on. So some really key things you want to key in on. One of them being, why are they moving? Okay. The next one. This is another one that's probably very, very critical in terms of what you're trying to accomplish. Is you want to get the price plus the commish. I'm just going to put com there or whatever. So get the price plus the commission. You know what, John? That sounds like a really, really nice house. You know, what are you asking for it? And you know, if you don't mind, what would you be asking for it in terms of, you know, paying a commission? You know, and what price could I sell the house at where you'd be willing to pay me at least a 3% commission? So generally speaking, I don't phrase it that way. Generally speaking, I say, you know what, John sounds like a really nice house. How much are you asking for it? And let's say John says, well, we're asking $200,000. Well, so that's great, John. I mean, you wouldn't have a problem paying me a 3% commission, would you, if I were to sell it, would you? 9 out of 10 times they will say yes to the 3%. There's probably a few of you watching this going, aha, at this point. So this is a very key thing. He has already negotiated $6,000 off the price, and I'm not even there yet. So at $200,000 is his price. That's where we're at, and that's what I think. So the next question I ask right after that, and if they say, you know what, we're not willing to pay you 3%, that's when I ask them the question, you know, plus commission. Is there a price at which I could price the house to a buyer and you would pay me 3%? It's like saying, is there? I mean, you can't say no to that question. There's got to be a price that you would take and add my commission to it. If there was a price, that he has to agree to that. There's not a number that he wouldn't be willing to sell it at. You know, you can get into all the technicalities that you can't, that you like to, and find out reasons why it won't work. I'm asking you to understand why it will work, because generally speaking, they're going to say yes to your commission, 3%. Hey, that's what we get paid if we sell any house. Why would we not get paid that to sell your house? If we have buyers, you want to know about them, we can sell them. 3% is fair. Okay, so that's not generally a number you're going to get an objection at. So at this point, everything's gone pretty smooth, right? Not really, pretty easy so far. We asked them, we talked to them like they're our friends. We told them, hey, we're a real estate agent. Just want to get some information about your house. We're an expert in the neighborhood. We specialize in your area. asking some information, finding out what their why is, why they want to sell. And now, we got the price, that's $200,000. Yeah, they'll pay us 3% commission. You know what, John, this house just sounds wonderful. I mean, if I had a buyer that was willing to pay cash tomorrow, what would your bottom dollar be? And then shut up and let them answer. What would your bottom dollar be? What would your rock bottom dollar be? That's even better. I like that one better, actually. So what would your rock bottom price be? If I had a buyer's willing to close on your terms tomorrow, what would your rock bottom price be? What's your bottom dollar? Guess what they do? Well, we probably take 190, 192. I'm not kidding. They will do this every time. For sale by owners are the worst negotiators in the world. Okay, they're the worst negotiators in the world. Mark that absolutely 100% true. So, essentially, we have negotiated $14,000 off of the price. You're going to want to make sure that you write that down. So at this point, the for sale by owner has negotiated $14,000 off of the price of the home, which is actually, 7%. So they actually negotiated 7%, and I'm not even there at the house yet. I have not even seen the house, and the for sale by owner has already come down 7%. Okay, that's a big deal. So if they think they're going to net more money, right, they're only trying to sell it by owner, not because they want to practice taking off work and going in and showing their house to unqualified buyers. That's not why they're doing it. They're doing it because they believe that they're saving this money. But in reality, they're not saving this number. There's plenty of supporting evidence and things that we do to do that. There's all kinds of things you can do to enhance this and make a lot more money than this. I'm just using a very simple example, is that if you just master this whole idea, you just master this and follow the numbers, and you can make $250,000 just going after for sale by owners, because now what we're going to do is we're going to go on the appointment and we're going to show them, we're going to go through the property, and I'm going to show you in some other videos some other things that are important in the steps that what we do to get that listing. But that's the formula. Now I'm going to an appointment with a seller that thinks they're saving money and they're already 1% off. Okay, and I haven't even made an offer. I'm not even interested. I'm not a buyer for this house, and they've already came off that amount of money. So is it very likely as a first sale by owner, if they do that they're going to net more money? Even if they don't come off the price right away. They've already came off 3%. We're only negotiating 3% now. It's a very small gap that I have to show enough value to offset what my commission is. Okay, so we're going to create some pain when we get there. We're going to build some rapport, and we're going to create some pain, and we're going to get them to see that we can help them net more money. Your key phrase you want to do is, you want to talk about with a for sale by owner is net, net, net. I can net you more money. I can net you more money. So that's the last one here, is net more money. So we're not going to say that on the call. We're not going to talk about listing. We're not going to talk about any of that. We're just going to say, hey, you mind if I come see the house? When would be a good time for me to come by? It sounds like a wonderful house, man. I would love to come see it. When would be a good time for me to come see it? 100% of the time, I'm telling you, 100% of the time, they're going to set that appointment. So this is the formula. If you master what I'm showing you, you can make $250,000 going after for sale by owners. You can make more than that. If there's more for sale by owners in your area, I would do anything else. This is free leads. It's free business. You really don't have to have anything except for a little bit of paperwork and a little bit of understanding of how to explain the value and articulate the value. But again, this is the formula that we're going to use, and that's the end of this training video for right now. I'll be following up with some other videos. Be looking for our email from Kendra Reese. It'll either come from Jay Mike or Jay. It'll either come from Jay or Mike, or Kendra Reese. It'll probably come from Jay or Mike. One of the two. Me or Mike Reese, my partner. Both of us use the same formula for going after for sale by owners. I just wanted to show you a real quick way to make some money and make a lot of money selling real estate with no cost. So we got a lot of great marketing stuff we do, but this is a free one. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm looking forward to shooting a couple other ones to send your way, and be looking for our emails. We'll be sending them your way. Appreciate it. Have a good day.